Okay, I'm going to be recording. And I'm going to make you smaller. There we go. And we're on exercise number 3. We say we had lost the key. Again, past perfect, had lost. And the object is the key. So the key had been lost. So when we have a regular past perfect between the had or the have, whether it's present or past, we put the been, as you can see here, had been lost. On the next one, they had started a fight. So a fight, again, it's past perfect, had been started. Is that what you did?
Yes.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes.
So you stop me when you find a problem or something you had doubts. On this one, I had been reading an article. This is past perfect progressive. So the article is the object. An article had been, the progressive, being read. Okay. The other one, negative. Negative perfect. So I had not closed the window. The window is the object. The window hadn't been closed or had not been closed. Another negative, they had not bought the paper. So the paper hadn't been bought. Okay, she had not noticed me. Me is the object. So when I start the sentence, I start with I. I never start the sentence with me. So I say, I hadn't been noticed. On the next, had she, a question, had she solved the problem? So I keep the question form and I say, had the object, the problem been solved? Right? On the next, on number 10, had he recorded the song? Question, past perfect. I keep the had. The song is the object being recorded. On the next, John collects money, simple present. So the object is money, so I say money, present, is collected by John if John is important in the context. That's why I always put it in brackets. On number 12, it says, Anne opened the window. I think I repeated a lot of windows here. The window was opened. Why? Because the verb was in past. So I need the past of be, and the participle was opened. We have done, present perfect, we have done our homework. So the object is our homework. Our homework has been done. Here we have a future. I will ask a question. The object is a question. A question will be asked. He can cut modal. He can cut out the picture. The object is the picture. The picture can be cut out. The sheep ate a lot. A lot is the object. A lot was eaten by the sheep. And I'm moving on. 17, present, negative. We do not clean our rooms. So the object is our rooms. The present for the rooms is plural. So we say our rooms aren't cleaned. Future, negative. William will not repair the car. So the car won't be repaired by William. If you put the complete form, will not be repaired. Question past, simple. Did Sue draw the circle? Was, because it's past, so I need the past of be. And I say was, simple past, this circle drawn, participle, by Sue, again, if it is important. Question with modal. Could you feed the dog? Again, I start with could for the question. And the object, the dog. Could the dog be fed? And the next, they built past, simple past, they built these houses in 1902. The object, these houses, plural for the past, were built in 1902. Going up a little bit. She bakes a cake every Sunday, present. I need a present again, so the object is the cake, and the cake is baked, present, every Sunday. And here, he broke the vase yesterday. What was broken? The vase. That was the object. The vase was broken yesterday. Simple past. Let's go to 24. I clean the shoes every Friday. Simple present. And the shoes is plural. So shoes are cleaned. Present. Cleaned every Friday. Simple past. We grouped the exercise an hour ago. The exercise, sorry, it was the exercises, huh? So the exercises were grouped an hour ago. If it had been one exercise, it would have been the exercise was written an hour ago. They use this road very often. Simple present. So this road is the object. This road is used very often. Thieves, plural, stole, simple past, his car. So his car was stolen by thieves, if it's important. They canceled all the flights. All the flights there were canceled. Simple. Brian told the truth. Simple past. The object is the truth. Was told by Brian if he is important. And third, she always loads the dishwasher. Simple present. So the dishwasher is simple present. Always loaded. He sometimes does the shopping. The shopping is done present, thus is done sometimes. The ambulance took Peter to a hospital. Simple past, took Peter. Peter is the object, so Peter was taken to a hospital by the ambulance if it is important. Julia rescued cats. The 3 cats are the object. 3 cats, past, were, plural, rescued by Julia. The students handed in the reports. The report is the object. So the reports were handed in by the students. Maria crashed into a blue car. So the blue car was crashed into by Maria if she is important. Here we have Alex learned the poem. The poem was learned. I missed an R there. Was learned by Alex. Here, let's continue. Oopsie. One more. Stephen, I think it is. Stephen has forgotten the book. Object is the book. Has been forgotten. Present perfect. Has been forgotten. The technician has not repaired the DVD recorder, so present perfect and negative. The DVD recorder, that's the object, hasn't been repaired by the technician if he is important. They play handball. What is played? Handball. Handball is played by them. Sue puts the rucksack on the floor. The rucksack, I got only one, so I put one, Mr. Nard there. The rucksacks were put on the floor, plural. If it is only one, what do I need here? If it's only one rucksack?
Was.
Definitely, singular.
Miss,
So,
what is the meaning of rucksack?
It's a type of backpack, but is the very light ones that has strings.
Oh, okay. Like sport sacks?
Yeah, it's similar to the backpack, but they're like a pouch, not with form. They're like a bag.
Okay, I got it. I got it.
Those are the ones. So the girls had lost the match. Past perfect. So the match. Oh, we had something wrong here. Is that right? What's wrong?
It's perfect form, not
Okay, and what is the other word I need?
past perfect. Had
Had
been.
been.
Right, had been lost. Good. The teacher is not going, the teacher is not going to open the window. So the window isn't, singular, isn't going to be opened. And they speak English and French at this hotel. So English and French, two of them, are spoken at this hotel. Simple present, simple present. Okay, the little boy broke the window last week. I think I had an obsession with windows. And it's past, so is past for the window was broken last week by the little boy, if he's important. Our secretary typed this inquiry. The inquiry is the object. So the inquiry was typed by our secretary. Jill uses, simple present, uses this computer quite often, and the computer is used quite often by Jill. The secretary defended, simple past, defended some colleagues. Some colleagues were defended by the secretary. Picasso painted, simple past, painted this picture. This picture was painted by Picasso. So the authors are usually important. Last year, time, comma, they published 10 books. The books are the object. 10 books were published last year. Molly has knitted this cardigan. So this cardigan has, present perfect, been knitted by Molly. Next year, George will visit Mark in London. So Mark, the object, will be visited in London next year by George. Jim has opened the window. Here I go with the window again. The window has been opened, present perfect. I think I repeated that. And here, Frank has broken many windows. Many windows have been broken. Again, present perfect, and here, plural have. Lucy buys, simple present, many books. So many books are bought, plural, are bought by Lucy. David has written some letters. So some letters have, because it's plural, been written by David. Benjamin Franklin invented the lightning conductor. The lightning conductor was invented because it's simple past, so simple past here, was invented by Benjamin Franklin. All students have learned the irregular verbs. The irregular verbs have been learned by all students. And here we go with the other. I'm going to make this screen smaller. So here you had to, or you were supposed to complete the gaps here, depending on what I ask you in brackets. So here we have English is spoken all over the world. Why? Because I asked you for present tense. This quarrel will be forgotten because his future will in a few years' time. My pencil case has been stolen, present perfect. We have never been beaten, never beat, right, in present perfect. We have never been beaten at swimming. This shirt was made in France. Simple past, was made. The dogs are kept in the house. Present perfect, are kept. Her new book is going to be published next month. future tense going to is going to be. And here, milk has been used to make butter and cheese, present tense. Oh, here's a mistake. What's a mistake? Because it's only present, it's not perfect.
Is milk are used?
Milk. I need to make it simple. Is.
Milk is
Is.
used.
Is used, very good.
Yes.
They were taken to school past tense. That's fine. Not a sound was heard, simple past. Some juice has been spilt on the carpet, present perfect. The thieves were arrested by police, past tense, were. The homework will be corrected by the teacher, future will. Her ring was found under the bed, simple past. I was offered an interesting job. Paul will be being sent to prison, future, and with continuous or progressive, ing. My brother has just won in the race, present perfect. He was being told to wait outside, progressive there. I wasn't being paid for the work, past tense progressive. Policemen are often asked the way, present perfect, are often. The lawn is being cut once a week and it's present progressive. I got lost here. Okay, 22, right? We are going to be asked by the police, future, going to. The towels weren't used, simple past. The jewels haven't been sold so far, present perfect. They are taught French. So the fire brigade was called soon after the fire had broken out. It's past. You are going to be laughed at if you talk such nonsense. You're going to. All fruits were eaten up by the guests. Past. They will have been answered tomorrow. Future. The best cookies have been being sold. Progressive. Being present. Tense progressive. But we need to change something here. It's present and progressive. What is the change?
Has been.
No. Give me more. It's
Are
present.
being
Yes.
sold.
Very good. Are being sold. The words are explained by the teacher today. That's fine. We were sent a letter the day before yesterday. Sent. This car won't be sold. It's too old. Negative, right, and future. Almost there. 34. This street has already been closed because of snow. So it's present perfect, has been. A new store will be open next week. Future. He was invited to the party yesterday. The blue box can't be seen. Cannot see in simple present. I was given the book by my friend last Sunday. The dishes haven't been washed by my little brother. It's perfect. And I won't be asked by Robert. Future will. No questions so far in the exercises? If you did it? No? Nobody has any questions?
I
Okay.
have a question.
Sure, with that.
In the first part,
Yeah. Which number can you see it?
for example, in the 24, when we have a day, the shoes are cleaned by Friday. It's not necessary by me.
No, that's why I said when you're using passive voice, we usually don't use the subject. So when I say I clean my shoes or you clean your shoes, if it's not relevant in the context because it's supposed to be objective, don't put it. So we usually use subjects when it's about authors, like in the case of Picasso, for example, that Picasso painted this picture. In that case, you put by Picasso because it's relevant, but it's me, never me. So when you're
But
writing, don't put yourself.
okay, but for example, in 23 is by him, but it's not necessary also because
No,
I have yesterday by him, not?
no, because you have to get used not to include them. When we're
Okay.
using single sentences, in those cases, you may or may not use it. But when you're introducing this content into an objective writing, such as an essay or an article, you don't do that.
Okay,
Right.
thank you.
Okay. Anybody else? No, are we okay?
Miss,
Honey?
in the last part, wait, 14,
Which 40,
it's
40,
not
40?
necessary
On
to,
the,
in the last part, Miss.
going on. I won't be asked by Robert. To ask
Yes.
is the infinitive. It's because it's the infinitive. I could have omitted it, but it's just the infinitive, you see?
Okay,
So you have to adapt the verb to the structure. Right?
thank you.
Okay. Anything else on this? So before I move on to conditionals? No?
Miss Bas
Yes.
is the other things. Valentina Villanello, she has traveled to enter.
She was, what happened to Valentina?
She has traveled to enter.
Oh, she's having some problems entering.
Valentina, his screen is in black.
Yeah.
She can't switch for microphone. She can see nothing.
Oh, and can she get connected through her phone? Because I don't see any problems here. I'm checking on my screen the people I have.
Yeah, but, okay, perfect. I gonna
Check, see if you can do it with your cell phone.
Nice, Nicholas.
Yeah, because I don't have any problems here in my system. I don't have any problems of connection. So it's probably her or her computer. All right.
Okay.
Miss,
Yes.
Honey,
in the second part, 17 isn't present perfect.
let me see. $17.
My brother had just one less has been. Isn't present perfect?
That is a present perfect. It's only present perfect.
Ah, okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and what else? That's it. Anything else? No? Okay. And here we go with the other one, conditionals. Right up there. Conditionals are pretty easy. All you need to do is practice them. And here, let me make you smaller so I can see what I have. I'm moving your faces, guys. That's what I'm doing right now. Okay. We have only few structures using conditionals, and the conditional is going to be given by if clauses. You probably remember that through English 3, perhaps. English 4, you have to use conditionals. And what we are going to do here is we're going to be using the combination of conditionals and passive voice as well. So let's see the simple part. A combination of if with the past of be, right, must be used were. So as you probably remember, we have, when we use in the past, and I say I was, I say he was, she was. But in conditionals, we always have to use the form of were. So I say, if I were rich, if she were my friend, or if they were here. Okay, so for the use of if, we're going to be always using the form of were. And that is one of the typical things of which, oh, I think I skipped one picture. Yeah. Let's start with the present first. So when we're using if in present, like here, for example, if you study hard, you pass your subjects. So we have the combination present, present. Okay, if you study hard, you pass your subjects.
Miss,
Yes.
Miss, I see
I'm seeing the word with the passive voice and not the new document. I don't know if if I am the only one that is with that problem, or is it you?
No, all of us.
What are you seeing? You're not seeing the
We
condition?
No, we are not
No,
seeing the
We
conditional.
are
we are
seeing the
I can see
previous
the passive
homework.
voice.
Okay,
Yes.
let me see if I can stop the share. Can you see it now?
Yes.
yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so let me go back then. Conditionals, they're very short, I said before. So going back there. Okay, that's where I am. I'm going to start from scratch now. Again, the present form of if clauses. We have, when we're using if in present, we have 4 different options of using it. The first one is when we use it simple and simple. Simple present, and the rest of the complement or the other sentence is also in present, like I have here. If you study hard, you pass your subject. Okay. If the weather is warm, I wear light clothes. Present, present. Okay. And we have the other form when we're using future. Present and future. So if you study hard, you will pass. Okay, so I say something in if in present, so I give the other sentence in the future. If you don't study, imperative, right? Don't cry over spilled milk. Okay, that's the other form. If you don't take care of yourself, you will get sick or you get sick. Imperative. If you study hard, again present, you could pass all your subjects with modals. So we have 4 things. If in present, here, and the other sentence that accompanies the condition is in present, or it's in the future, or it's an exclamation or an imperative, or the use of the modal, could, should, or ought to, might, etc. Clear with that?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And the other one, when we're using the past simple, that's what I was saying before you couldn't see. For the past, I'm always going to be using were if the verb I'm using is be. So remember that for I, he, she, it, in the simple past, I use was for be, right? But when we're using if clauses, when we're using conditionals, we are going to use were. So like the example here, it says, if I were rich, she were rich, and they were rich. Let's see what happens. In the present, we were using 4 different structures when we were using past. But when we're using a conditional in the past, I only have one option to use, modal. Look at here. It says, if she were sad, the same past here. If she were sad, he would console her. I'm using a modal. Again, past. If I had a lot of money, I could buy a new car. Modal. If he didn't study enough, you might fail the subject. Okay? Especially when you're working in groups and one of the partners doesn't study, they make you fail. Is that understood? Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
And the other form is past perfect. We don't have any other forms, just these three. When we had a past perfect, then the other form is modal perfect. So we have past perfect. If she had been sad, he would have consoled her. Another one, if I had had a lot of money, I could have bought a new car. If he hadn't studied enough, you might have failed the subject. Is that understood? Well, this I'm going to put on the virtual room, and that's the end of conditionals. So conditionals are pretty simple, and they're very, very similar to the way we use it in Spanish. Actually, they're very close. Look at this one. When we say, if you study hard, you pass your subjects. Say in Spanish, si estudias mucho, pasas tus ramos, right? Look at the other one. In future, if you study hard, si estudias mucho, pasarás. If you don't study, si no estudias, no llores sobre la leche derramada. It's the same. If you study hard, you could pass all your subjects. Si estudias mucho, podrías pasar todos tus ramos. You see how similar? Let's look at the past. If she were sad, si estuvieses triste, podrías consolarla. Similar. If I had a lot of money, si tuviera mucha plata o mucho dinero, I could buy a car, podría comprar un auto. It's the same use. If he didn't study enough, si no estudiara tanto, podría fracasar en su ramo. On the other one, perfect. If she had been sad, si hubiera estado triste, él la habría consolado. La habría consolado. And the other one, if I had had a lot of money, si hubiese tenido un montón de plata, mucha plata, I could have bought a car. Podría haber comprado un auto. If he hadn't studied enough, si él no hubiese estudiado suficiente, you might have failed the subject. Podrías haber fracasado en el ramo. Any questions?
No.
No.
Great. So it's pretty simple.
Not
Simple, right? The only thing is that we are
Yeah.
going to have to use it later on with a combination, with the passive voice. But first, I want you to do the exercises I left on the virtual room. So get familiar with this again, and then we're going to put things together, adding things on, so we can start structuring more complex texts. Good? We ready?
good.
Yes, all good.
Oh, good. All right, guys. No, if you don't have any questions, we are going to finish this.
Perfect.
And I expect you have all your exercises ready for next week, all done, because next week I'm going to put a video or a recording. You're going to listen, but you're going to write about what you heard using passive voice and using conditionals, right? And that's obviously is going to be individual work. Are we ready then? So we say goodbye. Enjoy your
Yes.
weekend at home.
Well done.
Don't go out. Take care of yourselves and work hard. All right. Bye-bye, guys.
Thank you,
Thank
Miss.
you.
Bye.
Thank you,
Bye.
Miss.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Have a nice day.
You too.
I see you
You
next week.
too.
See
See
you
you,
next
Miss.
week. See you.
Bye.
Bye.